Morning, everyone. Hope you're doing good out there on the other side. We're here in pretty much the beginning of northern Portugal in this peaceful valley village. Like I explained in a previous episode, this is like a big family node, you know, where I come from in the family lineage. Well, not me, but my mother, my father in the region too, and my grandmother, of course. And today we're going to head down to Lisbon. I was still thinking of maybe showing a little bit of history about this place, because I really want to do that, because it's also an origin story of Portuguese people. Starts in this region, but the weather has not been great, as you can see. Actually, this is the better weather right now, so we're going to have rain. It's also one of the reasons why I'm not going to pop through Serra da Estrela. That's like Portugal's mountains, and where people actually go skiing. It's around the corner here, so, but it's exactly where all the rain is on the map for the whole day, and it's only going to clear up after 2/3 of the total journey today, which is still going to take a bit when we don't take the highway, and it's only about 350-400 kilometers. But I'm not going to take the direct route to Lisbon. I'm going to take the route just underneath it, and at the end of the day you'll see why. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rainy day, and we can't really dig in that much into the fun roads, but I hope still be able to show a bit of Portugal on the way. But I do actually need to get to Lisbon, so let's get going. Good morning, Atlas. Ready to go for a ride? It'll be a bit wet today. Do a little chain tensioning this morning. We got here 12, I need 14. Yep. It's nice. Bub still has the OG Transalp tools. Gotta love this. Slippery grass. Fica muito bem. Portuguese. So this is the small village of Abril, where my grandma was born. And therefore my mother and my father is also from the region. But you know, I went to the Netherlands and people always say, "You're from Portugal, you got blonde hair and super blue eyes." Well, that's, I reckon, because this is where I come from. So, anyhow, let's go to Lisboa, and that's the city where I was born. Okay, let's have a quick look here. If I look at the clouds now, the road I'm following goes into darkness, more rain. But I figured the other one, that's a slower road, but brings us closer to Serra da Estrela on the left hand side. I think that's more interesting. Doesn't look like it's going to be that rainy yet, but if I have to believe the map, later it will. So we'll see, a bit of a risk, but then I can hope to show you a bit more of the mountains. As you can see, with all the clouds, it's very uncertain. Could be a lot of unpleasant patches in the cold and the rain. You
can't really see the place. The riding is not as fun. For another time. So, is this a motorcycle or not? It is still, right? Oh, it's a Triumph. Oh, wow.
Vamos por o lado errado. Eu já não. Vamos fazer o fuel up. We hit a pocket of clear weather here. I'm happy with that. Let's hope it stays like that. Lisbon, I think, is going to be cloudy, but not rainy. You never know. Question: is anyone ever a smartass with the fuel? As in, that you, before you fuel up, once you're on reserve, want to hit a certain target. And for me, that's 300 this time because I haven't reached it yet. But then I passed multiple villages and at least 3 fuel stations, and I kept going. Now all of a sudden, 40 kilometers later, you're on a national auto road, autopiste, and you're like, oh, there's not going to be a fuel station for a while, so I had to get off and deviate and still find a village, losing time because I'm trying to be a smartass with the fuel. And I know better by now. I've said this before. Anybody ever do that? You know, play stupid games, lose time. I was almost at 18 liters in here. That's capacity of the tank, so I wasn't too far off. Winter colors. It's nice to see some forest. You know, in Portugal there's so much forest fires every year. So much is lost every time. Leave it up to cars to ruin all the fun, eh? Oh, that's nice of him. He actually went out of the way. Oh, we got another one. The English! What are you doing here? Drove a little Ford Fiesta all the way from England. England is my city. Oh no, it wouldn't be the first time that a British person ruined something for the Portuguese or the Dutch. Oh, the British are at it again, eh? Look at all the wiggly roads. Saying before, it's nice to see some, oh, go left. See, I knew I picked a slower route. It's a half an hour longer, but it sticks closer to the east side of the country. But I was saying that it's nice to see a lot of more lush trees, because where we were today in Abril, in that region, forest fires every year rage in Portugal. Portugal is just like, oh nice, very good, well done Google, not a small road. Just like in California, in Greece, places like that, Australia, Portugal, every year is on fire. So it's great to see trees. And that region where I was this morning, it's just eroded. It's just these valleys, these valley ridges, it's just all eroded because there's no more trees there. But here you can see the trees, but if I look at it, a lot of it, depending on which patches you look at, I think has been replanted, like the pine trees and whatnot.
So yeah, it takes time to grow back, but it's very nice to see because it all tends to burn away. Oh, this is nice. Look at the village here. Just in the middle of this lush green oasis. Good right. Yeah, this is fun. Yeah. And this is why I picked the slower route. This is so nice, eh? Wow! It reminds me a little bit of Australia. When you ride down south from Sydney, down to Canberra, down to Melbourne, like those lush tropical, not tropical, but you know, they're forests there. Because these trees remind me a bit of eucalyptus trees. So, this is great. Very slippery though. Oh yeah. Sometimes I put my foot down to test the waters, test the asphalt, and stuff like that. It's damn slippery when it's wet. Oh, look at that! Look at all the wiggliness. Look at all the wiggles. Watch the road, Pedro. Who's that? Who's that? I've struck touring gold. Oh, bloody lovely. Here we go. To the mistiness. Oh, doggos! Oh, cachorros! Que passa? See? Look at all the burned little trees, bushes. Like little sticks, little pikes. This was a very young replanted forest, I reckon. And already burning. So that road, especially the first half of the N2 it's called. Have a show. Nice road. That was fun. Had a bit of fun there. Shame about the road being wet. You can really get into the corners, but still, it was fun. Good touring. Real touring road. Remember that. Portugal, the N2. This is Rio Tejo. One of Portugal's big rivers. Look at that. To the right, eh? Oh, I hope we can pass around it. That's not a dam. It's a lovely region there. Very nice. Like a river, a dam river, lake in between two low hills. Very nice. Need a piss and a pause. Need to have some late lunch. Look at some ATV madness over there. Very cool. Quando Lisboa. Wow. Non stop. at this. This here is special. What we got here, é uma bica, and this little thing here,
the pastry pastel nata. Now the last time I had those was in Brazil, from the Portuguese bakery, but it's just not the same. This is Portuguese flavor. This is also a real Portuguese lunch, a quick lunch.
prego, some beef, a little piece of meat
on some bread.
It's been many years since I last tasted these flavors. I'm about 130 kilometers out from Lisbon. Then we good to go for the final dash. Should make it with just enough daylight to see what's going on. Bora lá! To the capital. Lisboa! Are we gonna share a lane? I guess. Alright, there's the Portuguese Cristo Retendor, Rei Cristo, overlooking Lisbon on the other side of the river, and they made a bigger one in Brazil. You know what I'm talking about, in Rio de Janeiro. But in front here, and that's why I wanted to do it during the day, is a beautiful way of entering Lisbon, especially on a day when it's not raining and not cloudy, and there's still sunshine. But it's a bridge reminiscent of San Francisco, and I would say it's the most beautiful bridge in Europe, for sure. And you can come fight me over that. Okay, but this is why I took the detour to enter Lisbon the best possible way, and that is coming over the bridge Ponte 25 de Abril, the bridge named after the revolution back in the 70s. Portugal changed quite peacefully. It was a peaceful revolution, but from the bridge you overlook all of the city almost, and it's a San Francisco style bridge. A bit shorter, but it's pretty much that. There's also a train underneath that they built later, around 2000, for the World Expo that was that way. Expo 98, Ponte Vasco da Gama. On that side, that's also was built during the Expo, World Expo in Lisbon. And that was for a while the longest bridge in Europe, until they made one in Denmark or something, I think. Very long bridge. But this one is just absolutely splendid. And as a kid, I was really frightened because these rosters, is that what you call it? These steel graters here, these cheese graters on the road, if you ride over them, they make a noise. That's steel. I don't want to drive on that wet. But as a kid, I was always afraid of that noise. It makes a lot of noise. And because this is a suspension bridge, it didn't make sense to me how it was still standing, and for me it could fall at any moment. So I always tended to be a bit nervous on this bridge, especially after seeing an episode of Thunderbirds. Am I telling my age? That was already old when I was a kid. And in Thunderbirds, at one point on the San Francisco bridge, I think, and the cables come undone and it crashes, I think, if I remember correctly. So I had that image in my head because the bridge looks just like that, and I always hoped that the suspension cables wouldn't break. Mas aqui estamos, here we are, Lisboa. This is the city where I was born before I went and moved to the Netherlands without even really knowing, pretty much. Ai, Lisboa, ai, que tanto tempo já foi. Da, 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 da. Go lift. What? Tudo bom?
Aproveitar que a chuva chegou.
É, não tá muito, tá bom assim.
Exato.
Só um pouquinho tá bem.
Assim ainda tá bem, exato.
Mas você tá no trabalho hoje, então.
Sim, claro.
Olha, boa.
Fica ruim o chão, fica muito difícil.
Pois é. He's saying that the road gets slippery. Yeah, I said as long as there's not too much rain, he'll be alright. But he's working, of course. He's Uber Eats brasileiro. Gente, olha só para isto. This is it. This is it. Holy shit. I've always wanted to drive right that bridge on my own since I was a kid. And I just did. It's been, in that regard, it's been a special few days. We're going straight to Barreiras, and normally, well, that's something for during the day. The aqueduct is also very nice to drive under. Nice big aqueduct. Oh, late with the indication. Oh, Lisbon's been so long. So I got a cousin, she lives in Barreiras. Oh, slippery. Hey, I remember this. That's a long time ago. Yes, sweet. So, where you at?
Yeah.
I'll wait there by the under the barber shop. Cool. Tejo, ciao. We're in Lisbon, folks. I'll show you around. Seu nome é Brownie. É um cachorro, queres ver? Então, toma, pega lá. Sem ver lá. Epá, és natural. Não precisas de ajuda. So Atlas is stored away nice and safe in the garage next to a very nice Indian. So we're back in Lisbon after 10 years, over 10 years, and I'll show more of the city. It's a very nice, very special city. But I need to see how I'm going to do things and how we're going to move forward, because Portugal is also changing a bit in regards to the Rona situation. So there is that. So yeah, that's it. I'm knackered, riding in the rain. Pretty cold again today. And I got a nice kids room here surrounded by teddies, so I'm in good company. I'll see you all in the next one, and take it easy out there. Ciao.